how did you guys survive the big blackout? We're talking about the Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp outage. In case you didn't notice, the major social media sites disappeared from the internet for hours yesterday. Well, they are back up and working now after Facebook says it fixed a server issue. So during the outage, CEO Mark Zuckerberg lost an estimated $6 billion in a matter of hours. Can you believe that? Meanwhile, the company lost out on nearly $100 million in revenue. That's according to Fortune. Twitter capitalized on the outage, tweeting, "Hello, literally everyone." So apparently they needed to just like restart the server, but there's a conspiracy theory behind it.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not buying it, okay? First of all, I'm not buying the $6 billion in 6 hours. That means he makes $1 billion an hour? I don't think so. Here's what I think. First of all, I never even post, and I tried to post something yesterday.
Of course.
Of course. I didn't, and I'm like, I forgot how to post. And Jordan's like, it's not working. And I'm like, yeah, we talked about it on the show. So that was a fail. But anyways, I don't think this is real for the fact that I think Facebook is taking a lot of heat, Instagram, all social media in general, and they had that woman testifying, right? So I think they're like, you know what? How are you going to live without me for a couple hours? I'm going to show you what life is like without it. And they did it on purpose. That's just my theory. I don't think they lost all that money. I think they wanted to show everybody we don't like the pushback that we're getting.
I hate to say this, but I agree with Jeffrey. And when I say this, first of all, $6 billion was in stock, so it wasn't exactly like he liquid losing it. But I completely agree that they did it to show you want to be without us? Watch. And the reason is Frances Haugen is testifying. She did CBS 60 Minutes. She's a whistleblower. You think it's that much of a coincidence that Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp go down when she comes out and says they knew it was toxic? They're calling it a big tobacco moment for big tech. So then they go down? Smart. And it's just showing you how much you need it. I will say I did take a walk without my phone. I could smell and see the birds.
How did you feel about or do you not even post? Because you don't, do you?
No, I'm getting back on it. But I kind of removed myself in a weird way. You think about it, I did stand-up comedy before like people were on Instagram. So I used to go into scary bars and I would do comedy for people that did not want to hear it. So I am used to people saying things, saying they are not enjoying this in different kinds of language. And Facebook was too toxic for me. So I think that should say something. But the other question is, are we allowed to take down a company when their when their motive is negative? It seems to be working. It seems to have tapped into something that's inside of all of us, Sam. And we need to be honest about the equation inside of all this is us.
No.
People like conflict. Otherwise, it will go away.
I know, but they have a responsibility, in my opinion. First of all, I loved that it was down yesterday. And I know that Facebook and Instagram, there's much more bigger, social justice movements that they really do help. So I understand that there's that issue, and it really did affect a lot of those really important issues. But just on a personal level, like I struggle with addiction, and for me, I just want it to go away. Like I really do, even though there's a lot of benefits to it. I want it gone. So I personally loved the break from it. But I do think that this is the wild, wild west still. I do think that social media apps need to find some sort of balance where they're not driven completely by money and have some sort of ethics involved. They can't make it so addictive and so conflict driven that it destroys the planet. So I hope.
I do agree with that.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.